You can edit this out later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky.
Okay, we got one more for JP. What do you consider hard about powerlifting?
Oh my God, who said this?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, what do I consider hard? I don't know where I'm from. Hard's probably different than what they think of hard.
Yeah, I mean,
they mean like physically hard or like
relative.
tough.
Hard is a relative term.
We'll just go with they're thinking tough because I make fun of the powder lifters. Absolutely fucking nothing. You're lifting weights. Have a nice day.
It's recreational.
Yeah, you choose to do it. It's not. It doesn't make you hard.
Something I read the other day, a post made me laugh. Somebody was talking about everyone's complaining about voluntary water cuts to make weight for meets.
It was like a 140-pound dude talking about it.
And don't do it. You know, that's what it comes down to. If it's hard, don't do it. That's the same thing in bodybuilding. when I competed in bodybuilding, which I did that for a long time. I diet for 24 weeks. I never whine or cry about it. And I hear people whining about it, and that's what I would say. I was like, if you can't do it, don't do it. It's just no one's making you do it.
How the fuck does lifting weights make you hard? I'm trying to figure that out while I sit here.
There's nothing hard about lifting weights. I mean, it's, I agree.
JP Price is probably one of the strongest dudes in the world. He's like the sweetest dude alive.
He's not what I would consider hard.
He's not hard, and he wouldn't even try to act hard. Like he's a family dude.
He's a sweet dude.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Know. That is what it is. I mean, there's some hard people that lift weights. I think that's.
Oh, don't get me wrong, but it's not because they lift weights.
Yeah, but correlation is not causality, because I saw some study that showed that like every time a pizza gets ordered in Chicago, somebody gets shot. But I don't think that you order a pizza that makes you get shot.
I hope not.
Right? I don't think there's a connection. I think that it might just be that coincidentally there's a correlation there, All right. How many accessory exercises are okay to do with your main lifts?
Have fun.
Or should you keep this to a few that will help the main lift and increase the volume of those? And that kind of comes back to something I already touched on a little bit. It's assistance work. It's supposed to assist. It's supposed to help the main lift. So the main lift should have the priority and get the lion's share of the volume. In terms of what gets, the secondary volume, that should be stuff that is going to have really good dynamic correspondence to the main lift. In other words, mechanically similar movements is what we call them with fist set. So MSMs, those are the bread and butter for the secondary stuff. So that would be, think things like sumo block pulls, rack pulls for deadlift, stuff like that. Maybe pause presses or a board press, a one board press or something like that for bench press. Stuff that's very similar to the movement, but that maybe allows you to get a little additional volume without beating up the areas that are already the most vulnerable. So that's how I would handle that.
Actually, there was a good one on the Instagram for me. I actually was surprised that somebody had a fucking normal question for me for once.
Good, yeah, pull that up.
This one's for JP, and he didn't capitalize the J, so that was pretty shitty of him, but whatever. How the fuck did you master your leverages on the deadlift? The majority of big dudes, 350 plus, I guess big dudes are just getting bigger because have a hard time getting close to the bar, and how long did it take? Yeah, my leverages for deadlift suck, that's for sure. I have short arms, a long torso, and I'm fat. But, I don't know, I just was really comfortable having a shitty deadlift and just kind of chalked it up. I would just squat bigger and bench bigger and make up for it. And then I decided one day to take care of it. And I worked with a kid named Chris Hickson. He pulled like 820 when he was like 18 years old. And then I just really worked on it and found something that worked. I mean, I don't really see why big dudes have a problem. I think they just consider themselves big and make it a problem. I just worked on it for 16 weeks, and at the end of the 16 weeks, I went from like a 725 deadlift, and I pulled 800 in the gym. So, I mean, leverages, they do suck, but you can work around them, I believe, if you try hard enough.
Yes, I agree 100%. What it comes down to is everybody has obstacles to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all got our... But I mean, whining and making excuses doesn't help anybody.
Or being complacent with sucking. I mean, and I've even wrote about that. Like, that's totally what happened. I was just like, fuck it, my deadlift sucks, I'll deal with it. And then one day I was just like, all right, I'm getting better at squat. My bench is good and my deadlift sucks. I got to fix this. I almost bombed out of a meet after squatting, I think, 915 and benching 556. And my opener was 675 on deadlift, and I was bombed out because I fucking almost missed it. So I was like, can't have this happening anymore. Man.
That's what they say.
You're not weak, it's just the leverages.
Yeah, it was totally the leverages, but then just using it as an excuse as to like, squat fired up bench, fired up deadlift. Time I'm in the warm-up room, like, yeah, I'm ready to go to the house now. So it's just that whole mentality of just, my leverage just sucks, so use it as an excuse.
You end up with what you accept.
We all have
That's
3
what it
lifts.
comes down to.
It's just like powerlifting right now. Everybody's a fucking deadlift. Every guy with long arms is a badass now because he can deadlift 800 pounds. Get the fuck out
I
of
mean,
here.
it's an easy way to put together a total, but
Yeah.
if that's all you can do, then you're in
fuck outta
fucking
here.
sad shape. There's a I can't.
Smell that? Smells like.
Better make sure that's working. Is
No, we
that-
got the single one still. This one was half full and it just died.
Smells like bad vagina.